What is going on, you guys? My name is Joseph. It's been a long time since I've actually sat down and recorded a solo video for this channel, but it is that time of the year. As of the time I'm recording this, we are officially 1 week away from Beyond Light. So you know what that means. It is time for our Beyond Hype video. Brendan already posted his today, which is Tuesday, November 3rd. Mine should be going up on Thursday, November 5th, I believe. And basically what this is we just talk about any sort of prep we did before Beyond Light, what we accomplished during this season, roles that we may have gotten for weapons that we liked, and our fashion mainly. So I actually accomplished a great deal this season, probably the most I've accomplished in any season. I know I'm only 1081. I didn't really level up my artifact as much because I kind of just wanted to get to the pinnacle cap on all 3 characters, and then I pretty much just checked out for the end of the season. The other thing, my other main focus for the season was to get the seasonal seal, because it was actually really easy to get this season for once. So I did get that, and then obviously during this season we also had Moments of Triumph, and I also got the MMXX title. So I think I'm up to 4 seals now. Yeah, because I have Wayfarer, Dredgen, MMXX, and Forerunner now. I actually really like Forerunner. That's what I've been using ever since I got it. But we'll go over fashion first. I mainly focused on my fashion for my Titan, because I am a Titan main. So that is where I spent the majority of my time playing, apart from the time I spent just trying to power level my other characters up to the pinnacle cap for the season. But this setup that I'm using currently, apart from the Death Adder, was pretty much, actually it was my setup the entire season. You can see it in every single one of our videos, is I was always running a Mountaintop, Recluse, and Anarchy. There were a few times though when I was running the Falling Guillotine, because you know that was obviously meta for the season, and I actually got a pretty damn near perfect roll on it, which is Relentless Strikes, Whirlwind Blade, Jagged Edge, and an Impact Masterwork. And then I also put Boss back on it. So I'm doing some pretty insane damage to bosses when I run that. And then Anarchy is obviously Anarchy. It's still really good for boss DPS. And then recently I just started using this Death Adder. I actually managed to get a pretty decent roll for it. It is pretty close to just being the Recluse, because I have the wow, I just had a stroke. A Range Masterwork, Accurized Rounds, Feeding Frenzy, and then the trade-off obviously is Disruption Break. I don't think it's possible to get Rampage on this, but I mean, if it were, I guess it would just be another Recluse. But this is essentially going to be my replacement for the Recluse next season. I don't know what I'm going to use to fill the primary slot yet, because I've just been using the Mountaintop for so long now, and obviously it's not going to be really viable in in-game content anymore, so I'm going to have to spend some time figuring out that. I do have a really good roll on a Truth Teller. Let me actually pull that from my collections really quick. So a couple of things actually that I was planning on using. I was going for a good roll on a grenade launcher, because there really isn't any primary grenade launchers that are going to have a cap of 1360. So I was going for a good roll on a Truth Teller and then the Martyr's Retribution, because that did just get upgraded so it can at least go up to 1260. And this grenade launcher is actually really unique and really good for PvE, considering it has this wave frame. It's good for clearing out a lot of trash ads. So the main thing I was looking for on this was auto-loading holster, and then the other slots I can kind of, I was kind of okay with whatever, but it just so happened that I got Demolitionist on it, which is not terrible. It's actually pretty good, because then I can have a grenade heavy build for when we do eventually get back Oppressive Darkness, and then I have a Velocity Masterwork too, which would be nice. And then the Truth Teller is essentially the same role, except for this grenade launcher I wanted spike grenades, so I can have that Mountaintop replacement. And then it has a reload speed Masterwork, which is also going to be nice, because these grenade launchers take way too long to reload sometimes. And then for primaries, something that I was personally looking for was the Night Watch, because I think that scout rifles could eventually become meta. And this is kind of the best role that I've gotten so far, which is Rapid Hit Rampage or Explosive Payload. I'm still waiting on Explosive Payload to become meta again. It should still be. I mean, the cool thing about explosive rounds on scout rifles is that there's no damage drop off for explosive rounds, and I'm sure everyone knows that by now. So you can kind of just pick off trash mobs from really far away. The Nameless Midnight that you got at the beginning of Vanilla Destiny 2 was extremely meta just for that reason alone. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my Titan. I'm probably still going to end up just running Sentinel or Stasis, I guess. And then these boots here, the Dune Marchers. I love these boots. I want to make a video on my setup for this and just kind of show how good it is. But I'm sure by now people have probably discovered how good the Dune Marcher setup is. The other thing though that I have to find a new chess piece. So I've been getting other chess pieces that can actually go up to 1260 or 1360 and just kind of storing them for now until I get a good roll. Because obviously this is a Dreambane plate, so I'm not going to be able to use this through the next season. At least for like high level end game activity. Same thing with the Mark here. I'm gonna have to find a different one, but those aren't hard to come by, so it'll be easy. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and switch to the Warlock now. Okay, so we're on the Warlock. I'm mainly just gonna talk about fashion on the Warlock. I'll talk about my setup a little bit too. Since I don't really play any other class besides Titan, I didn't really like focus super hard on my my Warlock or my Hunter. And the other thing that I didn't really focus on a lot for my Warlock and Hunter was the fashion. This was like finally the look I landed on. I think it looks really fucking badass, but I'm sure plenty of people think it's really hideous. But the armor that came out of the Prophecy dungeon was actually really cool. So I actually am running Moonfang gloves, and when transmogrifiers come in or whatever, I'm gonna probably change the Moonfang helmet too and just continue to use this one. But I haven't, as you can see, on my Titan I had every piece of gear masterworked, but on my Warlock I don't have any of them masterworked, but that's just because I haven't grinded enough Nightfalls for the materials itself to be able to masterwork them. And also, like I said, I don't play on my Warlock or my Hunter. I basically just got 1060, or got the Pinnacle cap on all my gear and then moved on to my Hunter. But the setup I used for my Warlock was essentially the same thing I used as my Titan, which was just a Mountaintop Recluse and then the Anarchy. And then the main thing that I like on all three of my characters, and you'll see it too in my Hunter, is I'm running Transversive Steps. And it was really cool on my Warlock because the Transversive Steps make it so you can reload while you're sprinting, so I would like never have to actually stop and reload my Mountaintop. And then it also makes me really fast, and that's what I like a lot. I like being really fast in this game. And then I think for the most part towards the end I went with Top Tree Voidwalker, mainly because I was using Oppressive Darkness because it's so goddamn strong. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to go over on my Warlock. Now to the Hunter. Alright, we're on to the Red-Headed Stepchild, my Hunter. I didn't really do anything with the fashion. I still think he looks pretty cool. I kind of messed around with the fashion a little bit, but not too much. I think the best chest piece that I have for the Hunter would either be the, what's this called? This ornament, the Lux ornament, or the Solstice gear. I think the Solstice gear was really cool, so, and that was like definitely the best looking piece of gear for Warlock. Or for Hunter, I mean, sorry. And then as you can see, I'm running Frosties. I was running Stompies before, but Frosties are actually really good too. So that's mainly what I was using. And it also, I believe these make you faster too. Or these might not actually make you faster, but the Stompies definitely do. And that's why I was running the Stompies for a long time. Because like I said, I don't know what it is. I just like being fast. I think it's because I'm so used to my Titan. So I was just used to being like super fast, because I believe that Titans are pretty much the most mobile class in the game. As far as weapons that I wanted to get good rolls on, I'll go ahead and drag them over here, talk about them for a second, so hold on. Alright, so I think I've gotten everything that I wanted to get good rolls on here. So the main things I wanted to go for I usually like to run a special for my primary, but unfortunately there's not really many good special primaries that I could... When I say special primaries, I mean like a shotgun or a grenade launcher. So there's not really that many. So my main goal was to try to get a primary that I was willing to use, and that ended up being the Night Watch was like the main thing, at least for me, that I could grind. Otherwise, like, there's not really... I'm looking at my vault right now. There's not really many other things that I was super interested in getting as a primary because I didn't think about the mountaintop. One thing I will probably use a lot next season is the Huckleberry. So I'm going to make sure that I can upgrade that, but then obviously the Night Watch is really good. So I kept like the good rolls I had. Like this is Rapid Hit Rampage. This one is Subsistence and Rampage and multi-kill clip. And then Outlaw and multi-kill clip or Moving Target. I won't use Moving Target though. And then other things that I was going for was a good roll on the 7th SERAPH shotgun. And this is a good roll that I found for PvE at least. Well, it's a decent roll I found. I can still grind for that though. But it has accurized round, slide shot, 4-pull, or trench barrel with a reload masterwork. And then Death Adder was obviously going to be replacing my Recluse. And then obviously the Gnawing Hunger, everyone was trying to go for those. So I got a few with decent rolls on that. And then in hopes of still obviously trying to replace the Recluse, I was trying to get a good 7th SERAPH submachine gun, and then the Ikelos submachine gun. So these were the best rolls I got in those. And yeah, and then the last special at least, was I was trying to get a good Ikelos shotgun again. I was trying to get one with trench barrel, but I don't think I ever got one with trench barrel. So this was like the best one I can get, and it's like okay for like maybe killing wizards. But still not that great. And then for heavies, obviously I'm still probably going to stick with Anarchy or Falling Guillotine. I accidentally almost said the troll version. But I was also looking for a good one of these, Interference 5-6, whatever it is. Basically just one with spike grenades. I was also looking for one with either Clown Cartridge or Full Court. But this was just the best roll I could get of it so far. Spike grenades, auto-loading, and Demolitionist, and a Velocity Masterwork. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I can think of. But I am really looking forward to Beyond Light. Yeah, I'm really tired, by the way, so if I'm saying a lot of bullshit, that's why. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I did making it, and I will see you in the next one.